Welcome to today's episode of Daddy's Girls. We have our amazing host, Jacqueline Thorne, speaker and author at Lady J Thorne across all social media platforms. If you would like to reach her via email, just reach her at ladyjthorne@gmail.com. And the illustrious world traveler, Miss Aida Sanchez. Speaker, author, and coach at I am Ada Sanchez across all social media platforms. You are free to email her as well at info at IamAdaSanchez.com. And today we are talking about still finishing strong. Hey, Ada. Look, I'm giving you hugs. We haven't seen you in so long.
It feels like a long time. Ooh, the adjustment is real. I've never
And
been away
so
this long. Ooh,
I was about to say, so how long were you gone in total? It was a few weeks.
it was 19 days.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And I'm thinking about
Okay.
33 days. I don't know.
What okay, so we'll get to the third what did you say? 33?
Mm-hmm.
33 days. Okay, so before we get to the 33, we want to let everybody know that our beloved co-host Jacqueline Thorne is a little under the weather. She enjoyed her Thanksgiving that much that she's not able to make it today, but we are so excited that Ada's here and I'm here. So Ada, please, we're sharing good news. We're talking about still finishing strong. We have a few more Wednesdays left in the 2023 calendar year. Please tell us about your trip.
Well, the good news is that I made it there and back safely because one of the ports before Bermuda, Delgada,
Mhm.
Portugal, we weren't able to stop because there were strong winds, and they decided that for our safety, it would be best that we don't stop at the port. So we already had four days at sea. That made it five before Bermuda. Woo! I survived that though. 5 days at sea. It was good. I mean, we didn't have any bad weather. It was just a little rocky at some points, but yeah, I'm just so happy that I got to go and experience. Rome was great. Spain was good. Bermuda
Mm,
was hot. It was hot enough to go to the beach. So I spent
nice.
Thanksgiving on the ship, and dinner was good. Not like home, but it was good. And just miss being with the family, of course. And other than that, I had a wonderful time. My roommate was great. We just
Okay.
had a wonderful time. That's so important that you travel with a partner, someone that you can gel with, because
Yes.
that could be a little rough if you don't choose the right person to be in the room with. But it was really good. How about your Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving was amazing. It was nice. It was good to spend time with family. I was able to surprise my parents and my sister's in-laws with a friends from out of town, Wes and Roz. If you're watching Roz, hey Roz, and they were so surprised. So that was good. Great food. Oh my goodness, lots of fun. So now Spain, but Spain I heard has some beautiful beaches as well. Were you able to go to the beach?
No, I didn't, because with the cruises you have but so many
Oh,
hours,
hours. Yeah.
right, before you have to get
Okay.
back to the ship. So I did like a hop off bus. What I
Okay.
usually see people do in New York, and I'm like, wow, why are they on that bus? Well, I got to experience hop on, hop off, and several of the ports that I visited, because that was the easiest way to get around and see more, without having to worry about, oh, I have to take a taxi here, taxi there. It was convenient, and they give you the history, so that was good. But yeah, they do have beautiful beaches. As a matter of fact, in Spain, wait a minute. There was one beach that I did visit.
Mhm.
That was France. Um, the French Riviera. And
Yes.
yes, and that was a beautiful beach. I was right there on the beach. I did not wear a bathing suit, so I didn't go on the
Mhm.
beach that day. It's so crazy because I looked up the weather before I traveled.
Mhm.
Every day it was cloudy, rain, cloudy, rain. So I packed for like fall. Well, when we
Oh,
get there and I see people with shorts on, summer clothes, and I did not have any summer clothes. Neither
okay.
did my roommate. So that was a learning lesson for me, that even though they say rain, clouds, you still pack for warmer weather because it's the weather's so unpredictable. I don't know why I got this thing that my outlet is unplugged. Give me a second.
Okay. So that's exciting. So Rome, Spain, Bermuda, 5 days at sea. I love a cruise. I don't know how I would fare 5 days at sea.
It
To
was
be
an
honest with
experience.
you, I think I'd be ready to walk the plank.
It was an experience, but there's so much to do on the cruise ship. There was the shows. I got to see two
Yeah.
shows. There's a
Okay.
lot of entertainment, there's comedy, there's music, there's jazz, there's so many things to do and explore, and so
But
many people that you meet, and you just start talking with
yeah.
people, and so you kind of like not thinking about it while you're interacting with other people. But after a while, it was like, okay, but when it was time to get off that ship, I was ready. I was so
I'm
ready.
sure. Look, everybody's elbowing each other. No, let me off. No, let me off.
I was so ready to get off that ship. But it was really nice. It was nice. It was a good experience.
Okay.
And it's doable. It's
Okay.
doable. It's not like you're just sailing and you're just locked in and there's nothing to do. So, and then you can go outside on the decks and walk
Mhm.
around and go in the jacuzzi, well, the hot tubs or the pools and things of that nature. So there's always something to do to keep your mind
I get
occupied.
it.
Yeah. Yep.
So on the French Riviera, did you see Fabio? Because you know all the romance novels take place on the French Riviera.
It's a beautiful sight. I didn't see him, but we got to see a lot of a lot of the hotels and different places where
Mhm.
events took place. There was one
Mhm.
place that I wanted to go to, Monaco. I didn't get to do it, but
Morocco.
is it Morocco?
Morocco.
Monaco.
Monaco. Monaco.
Monaco. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
Monaco.
didn't get to do
Hmm.
it, but there was a young couple who shared some pictures. They got to go. They took a
Nice.
taxi and it was a little ways out, and the pictures were amazing. So I do have another itinerary where I will be making that stop again, where I will be visiting what I didn't do the first
Okay.
time. I'll go and revisit those places. Well, visit those places that I missed. Yeah, so it was a
Now,
good
is that going to be a cruise? Is that going to be a cruise or you're flying in?
gonna be a cruise.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Um. Now, friend, don't forget about me next time. That's all I'm saying. Is
Okay.
please let me know
Okay.
when it's time to go. Okay. So now, but where are you going to go for 33 days, Ada?
It
33. That's
it
more than a month.
starts right, and it starts in Sydney, Australia, and it's
Mm.
going to Tahiti, Polynesia, all of those places,
Okay.
Hawaii, Canada, Quebec, back to Australia or Seattle, Washington. But it's hitting a lot
Okay.
of those um, I don't have I don't have the itinerary in front of me,
Okay.
but it's like all those little Bora Bora places, all those places that
Mm.
those nice islands that people want to visit is always on your bucket list to go and see these places. And yeah, so it's 33 days, and I'm like, after that, I'm like, after the one I just came off of, I'm like, wow, can I do it? 33.
Of course. Of course. Of course. And is that 33 days on the same ship or do you change ships?
Same ship.
What? Oh, okay.
Hmm.
And when is this one? When is this one? 2024?
It's 2024 April, but I am
Okay.
up in the air about it. It's my birthday month, and I'm still on the fence.
Still on the fence. Oh my goodness. So you definitely finishing the year strong.
Yeah, I must say that's good. To say that. I mean, it's a good thing because there's so many things happening right now that as we turn on the television, the news is just it's sad what's going on, and a lot of people say, "Oh, aren't you afraid to travel with this is going on, that's going on?" But again, we can't operate in fear because that will paralyze us, and we will never leave the house. We would never leave the
Right.
house. Like
Right.
tonight is the lighting of the Christmas tree in New York City. And I hear that they also have protests going on, Palestinian protests. So it's going to be different, for the people out there. And they have all the security, and it's a lot going on. So I'm really grateful for the opportunity to have gotten away. And, everything went well. Thank God for that, and to be back safely. But yeah, we have to be cautious, but at the same time, we can't stop living. Can't stop
Mm.
living. Yeah.
And so with us being daddy's girls, we're real women, real midlife, real talk. Talk to us a little bit about, I mean, you're a travel agent, so I want to throw that out there. So anybody that wants to go somewhere, you want to plan a trip, please reach out to Ada Sanchez. You can go to info at iamadasanchez.com, email her, or even across social media platforms. I am Ada Sanchez. She can hook you up. All these places she's talking about going and so on and so forth, she can get you there. Just reach out to her um, for that, for her to arrange do your travel arrangements for you. But talk about you're retired now and you're traveling and seeing the world. Talk about doing that at 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 this stage of life. What
Yeah.
your
It
experience, what encouragement.
yeah, it's always been a dream of mine from a little girl. I think I've mentioned I wanted to be an airline stewardess because I wanted to see the world. And even while I was working, I was always traveling. I was the one who exhausted the time and leave balances and trying to figure out and looking for the 16th of the month when the accruals came on because I'm planning the next trip and making sure I have enough time. So it is really great to have the flexibility now to travel without those time constraints that I don't have the time. I have to ask for the authorization for the time and leave off, and so it's just freedom for me to be able to go
Mm,
and not have to worry about I have to shorten my vacation because I don't have enough time, and I could just go as long as I plan and take care of everything before I leave. My personal business at home and everything, I
yes.
just go. Like I came back yesterday and the mail was at the post office because I asked the postman to please, just hold it because I knew it was going to be full of mail. And I came in yesterday literally and just opened up all my mail, shredded everything I didn't need, because it was a lot and I just needed to get
Mm,
that taken care of. But yeah, it feels really good. And, there's so much to see. And I get so excited because I'm like, okay, you can't keep going and going and going. But I do want to go and explore different ships because I want to have a firsthand experience when my client comes and asks a question about
mhm.
a ship or, have you been on this ship or what do you think? What are the pros or what are the cons? I want to give them firsthand knowledge. And that is one of my reasons for doing these different cruises and different ships,
Mm.
because I want to be able to have that firsthand experience.
Mm. I
Yes,
like that. I like you're doing this not just so you can see the world, but so that you can help your clients and picking and choosing the best places to go and what the experience is and the pros and the cons. Hmm.
right.
There's a
And
lot to be
all
said about that.
Yes, and then also right now, people are really concerned about their finances, so I can show them how to travel like on a budget. You don't have to just feel like you can't go, because once the cruise is paid for, you have room and board, you have your meals, you have everything you need. And there's so many ways, like I said, to get on the hop on and hop off bus to, experience certain sites and stuff. It was very affordable. And so there's ways to get around those costs and expenses that may concern someone. Um, you know, if you can't afford to eat out, you don't have to, because I mean, you eat breakfast before you leave the ship, right? And you're out for the day, and sometimes, you may want to grab a little something, a bite while you're out, nothing major, and then by the time you come back, you're having dinner. So, these are the things that I find that are cost effective, on a cruise ship. So it works. And as a matter of fact, I'll be going out on a cruise in January, because the one I was going on in December, I felt it was too close because it was December 9th. So I opted for January.
Okay, so where are you going in January? What where are you headed out in
Well,
January?
what I'm doing is I'm going to get on the ship in New York, in Brooklyn,
Okay.
the
Nice.
MSC, because I want
Mhm.
to see what that ship is about, and the fact that it's in the city. No, you don't have to
Mhm.
catch any flights to go anywhere. That one is Bahamas, Caribbean. So it's going like to Cozumel, Mexico, Maya, Mexico. It's going to Florida, Miami, and um, uh, Port Carnival, and Bahamas.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm curious about MSC because I've seen them, but I've never been on that particular cruise line.
Mhm.
And you mentioned the hop on, hop off. Now, they are not endorsing us, but please do endorse us. Hop on, hop off. We're listening. We'll
Mhm.
put your little ad up. But so I learned
Mhm.
about the hop on, hop off. They have them everywhere.
Yes, they
Every major
do.
city, they have
Yes.
them. I
Mhm.
saw them in DC, but of course I didn't take it because I lived there, right?
Mhm.
But when I went to Italy, my cuz bro actually, my cuz bro told me, Lisa, get on the hop on, hop off, because then
Mhm.
you get to see all the sites and decide
Mhm.
where you want to go back to and spend some time.
Right.
The bus is maybe $40 and you get to see everything. So now anytime I go someplace I've never been, I get on that hop on, hop off. And it's the best thing in the world. I'm telling you.
So you agree
Shout
with
out to hop
me?
on, hop off. Oh
You agree?
yes.
Yes.
Oh yes.
Good, good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
I found that to be that's the first time that I've done it, and I did it in several of the different ports, and I kind of got used to it. I said, "Oh, I think I could do
Yep.
this. This is really good."
Yes.
You don't have to worry about how you're going to get to point A, from point A to B to C, and you're still able to take pictures, get off where you feel like you want to get off. The buses run like
Yeah.
every 10, 15 minutes. They come back and pick you up. It was really great. I mean, what better way to get around,
Yes.
right? So, yeah.
So Jacqueline gave us instructions too. She wants us to talk about the passport process. Um I know I met this every woman has their list. I guess men do too, right? Of things that they
Mhm.
want. So I met this guy once who was like he met a lady who once she asked him if he had a passport and he said no, she was like, "Oh yeah, I don't want to talk to you." Cuz she's like, "I want somebody with the passport." So now you got to get specific, not just a passport. Do you have any stamps? Have you been anywhere, kind of thing. But anyway, talk to us about the passport process and making sure, because you need a passport to leave the country,
Yeah, you
people.
do need a passport to travel abroad. So it's right now everything is backed up, and the wait times to receive a passport could be a lot longer than usual. So it's best to apply for passports way in advance, 6 months or more, and make sure that you always keep your passport renewed, before it expires, you put in for the renewal so that you don't have to go through that. But also, they do have an expedite if you're traveling and you don't have a passport. You'll pay more to get it, but you can get a passport. You have to go to the office and show proof that you are traveling, and they will grant you the passport. Um, so it's a process. It's not as complicated as it may sound. It's just like, to me, getting a driver's license. Once you have your driver's license, you keep renewing it and you pay the fees and you never let it expire. It's the same thing with the passport. I just got my global card. So now I have the TSA and the global, because I find that, the TSA only works in the United States, whereas the global gives you, that expedient access when you're abroad. The TSA does not work abroad, international. So the global card is $100. And it was a good investment for me. I didn't pay for it because my credit card reimbursed me for it.
Yes,
So
certain
it's,
certain credit
yeah.
cards do. Yep, they
hmm
reimburse you for it.
yeah, for the TSA and both cards. So they're good cards to have, because it cuts down the wait time on the long lines. And yeah, so you get through the airports a lot quicker.
Yes, that's global entry. You go to cbp.gov and type in global entry, because it is a customs
Mhm.
and border protection program. It's a federal program. They do a background investigation. You do have to go to an interview. Um, and they link it to your passport. So,
Yes.
and it's important to keep your passport current, because there are a number of places that you cannot go if your passport is expiring within 6 months,
Yes.
right? They want to be sure that you can get out of their country and back into your own without it expiring. So that's important. Also, what's important with a passport is that, don't take that responsibility lightly. You can't just leave it anywhere, because if someone picks up your passport, they can assume your identity. If they commit a crime and they have your passport, you are liable for that crime. Okay? So it's a heavy responsibility to have a passport, but so well worth it. And if you're thinking
hmm
about going out of the country and you're calling Ada to book your travel arrangements, the first thing she's going to ask you for is where you want to go. Well, no, do you even have a passport to leave the country? And then start talking about dates. So that's important. Okay, so we talking about finishing strong and good news. You're talking about go. So December, you're taking a little bit of a break from.
Yeah, I'm taking a little break, although we are doing something with my mom. We're going to Ocean City, Maryland, for
Uh-huh.
5 days. So that was another reason why I didn't travel. We're gonna be there for 5 days with her and family. And yeah, and then Christmas, right? So yeah,
Mhm.
finishing the year strong and just being prayerful and mindful and just just preparing, and also in preparation for how you're going to bring in the new year, right? So finishing strong and coming in, the same way, because we got to keep moving with everything that, like I said, everything that's happening. You just keep your mind on the good things, and plan good events and family events, and just stay encouraged. Today I was at the car wash,
Mhm.
and there was a gentleman there waiting on his car, and he was just venting. He says, "I can't believe this guy didn't clean my rims. Like, he's so lazy." He was just ranting. Then he starts talking about groceries and what's going on, with the prices in the stores. He says, "I can't even go to the grocery store without spending $100, and it's just one bag." Like, he was so overwhelmed. At the end, he had to apologize. He said, "I'm so sorry for venting." But, I felt really bad for him, because he also shared he lost his wife not long ago. He's a retired police officer.
Mhm.
And so you look and you see that it's not just people who don't have jobs or have the finances that feel overwhelmed, but also people who are established and have already secured, their pensions or whatever. And he was really feeling it. So I encouraged him, and I told him, take it easy, don't get so overwhelmed. There's nothing that we could do about it, but just stay encouraged. And we just have to stay encouraged. That's, the bottom line. Encourage yourselves and stay encouraged. Stay around positive people, people who can lift you, lift up your spirits, and people who are happy people, kind people. And it's so important, to just be kind and share your love.
And it's also important. I think that's a great segue into checking on your strong friends, right? And the only reason why we say check on your strong friends, because those that aren't as strong, it's automatic, right? You check on those folks. But please check on people that you think have it all together, that present as if they have it all together, right? There are folks out here that are challenged and have challenges going on that they may not be speaking on and they may not be sharing publicly. And the holiday season is a hard, tough
Mhm.
time of the year. So if someone comes across your mind, I'm encouraging you, feel my heart, feel my energy. If someone pops into your mind that you haven't seen in a while, that there's a reason for that. If someone that you know is strong, always has it together, they come across your mind, please take a moment and reach out to them. And if for some reason you can't reach out to them, you know what I like to tell people? If I come up and pop up in your mind, just whisper my name to the Father. Just whisper my name. Just say, God, Lisa. She just popped up in my mind. I'm just putting her at your feet. Whatever it is she stands in need of, thank you, right, for meeting that need. So whoever pops up in your mind during this season, check on them. I know we don't randomly pop up at people's houses anymore. Send them a text message, a gift basket, a flower, something, because they came across your mind for a reason. Because I must admit, some of the folks that I know who have chosen to transition from this life to the next were people I never suspected, right? Just never suspected. And that's what everybody says. I thought they were happy. I thought they were fine. I didn't know there was an issue. So please, please, please check on your strong friends.
I agree. That's so true.
Yeah, because that man going off at the car wash. Here's the thing. You said he's at the car wash, right?
Hmm.
So let's break it down. He had a car. One. Two, he had some dinero to take it to the car wash because car washes ain't free, right? Three, he was standing outside complaining. So standing, he was on his own 2 feet. You get what I'm saying? So
Mhm. Mhm. Absolutely.
there's people with no car. There are
Mhm.
people with no
Mhm.
money. And if they get some money, washing the car is the last thing on their mind. They
Mhm.
talk, we just came through Thanksgiving and people not having food to put on the table. So yeah, let's do that. Check on your strong friends, and let's think about what we're grateful for every day. What are we grateful for today in this moment, right in this moment in time? So I'm grateful to see you, Ada. I know you were having a good time, but I am so grateful to see you. With Jacqueline not feeling well, I was going to have to do this live by myself. And Lord knows, I was going to have to pull a rabbit and some more stuff out of her hat because I'm so used to drawing. We draw on each other's energy, right? And
Right.
we piggyback
Mhm.
off of each other. I'm happy to see you that your travels were safe and you were able to get back. And I'm excited that you spent Thanksgiving in a different way, right?
Mhm. It was
And I
different
know
and
how much family means to you.
yeah, it was different and it felt good not to have to do anything.
Mhm.
I'm serious. I mean the supermarket runs and planning the meal, nothing like just
Mhm.
it was just it felt good because it's the first time that I actually did it, for Thanksgiving. But it felt great just to be waited on and have the food brought to the table and it was good. No dishes, no driving afterwards, no nothing. It was just great, just to be served and it was a great feeling. You have to experience it, guys, at least once if you haven't already. I
Oh,
see Jacqueline.
hey,
I hope you're feeling
Jacqueline.
better, Jacqueline. But I am grateful for both of you. I'm grateful to be back and back on Wednesdays with Daddy's Girls, and looking forward to ending this year strong, and looking to see what God has in store for Daddy's Girls for the new year.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, definitely looking forward and just excited, filled with anticipation. How about that?
Yeah.
Anticipation and expectation for sure. For sure. Absolutely. Well, I tell you what, if there's nothing else, okay, so we want to check on our strong friends. We talk about traveling. Anything else you want to leave with our viewers and listeners today? We got 4 more Wednesdays to finish out the year of Daddy's Girls, and we're going to do that. So please, I know we get comments all the time after the fact, but whatever else you want us to talk about in these last 4 Wednesdays, please let us know. We've got Christmas coming up. Um, yeah. So anything else you want to leave us with, Ada? Any insight? A blessed word of encouragement you have for us?
The only thing I can leave you with is stay encouraged. Don't give up. Whatever you do, don't give up because in the end, you win. Don't give up. It's just it looks like it's hard, but you know what? If you endure, you will win the race. So just stay encouraged and hang in there. Just keep doing what you have to do and whenever you need to speak to someone, pick up the phone, call someone, and share how you're feeling. Do not isolate yourselves. There's always someone out there that's willing to listen and help. We're here. You can email me. I'm here for you. And
Yeah.
just stay encouraged and keep God first and foremost in your hearts and minds. And He has your back. We have your back and I love you all. So just stay encouraged.
Okay, so and Jacqueline, she has a word for us. She says she has a new acronym that she learned this week.
And that is
And
roommate.
that acronym is Roomy. Remember, you must evolve.
That's good.
Oh,
Yes,
remember, you must evolve. I like that.
that's good.
I like that.
That's good.
Yeah.
And that's what
Ever
it's all
changing,
about, right?
always.
It's a journey, and we can't, you know, everything we go through is just to make us stronger and better. And there's always a lesson to learn. So as long as we learn the lesson, we won't repeat it again, right? Hopefully. So just stay encouraged and know that, your future is bright, and you win. No matter what it looks like,
Yeah.
you win.
And what it feels like, because Lord knows. Oh, my
Mhm.
gracious, my gracious. Yeah. Some things I'll be able to talk about one day, but when I tell you these past 30 days have been something else, pushing through. So I look forward to be able to share when I get on the other side of this what this is. So we're speaking to ourselves. We
Mm.
are encouraging ourselves and doing what we have to do to finish strong. And remember, you must evolve. So we look forward to seeing y'all next week. Let us know if there's anything in particular you want to hear about. And oh, and Ada, I got a new ocean video that I took when I was in Barbados.
Oh, nice.
So that, yeah, so that's how we're gonna close out today's show with the new beach scene, the beach that I couldn't get into because the waves were too strong, the undertow was too strong. So all I could do was take a picture of it. I mean, take a video.
Oh, I see Trudy came
Yeah.
in on the line.
Oh, did
Oh.
she? Let me see. Hey. Oh yeah. Yep, we here too. Look, yeah, True found us. We everywhere, girl. We everywhere. Yes, and hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. No, wait. Okay, so we got another one more comment. Oh yes. So Jacqueline said, "Love you to life," and see y'all next week. Super excited. See you
Yes.
next Wednesday.